There's a global crisis unfolding right now, and most people have no idea how close we are to a breaking point. Oil prices are spiking, supply chains are cracking, and the world's top risk report just ranked geoeconomic confrontation as the #1 threat. In John 16:33, Jesus essentially said, "You will face hardships, but stay encouraged. I have defeated the world." He would have seen what's going to happen to us right now in 2026. And he is telling us that yes, you're facing some really turbulent and difficult times, but hey, you know what? I have overcome them for you. What does he actually mean? Jesus isn't shocked by 2026. He isn't caught off guard by global instability, rising fear, or the pressure people feel today. He saw it, he knew it, and he spoke into it 2,000 years before it arrived. He was telling his disciples and us nothing you face will ever be bigger than my victory. How does his victory manifest? The answer is, in peace. The world gives peace by removing problems. Jesus gives peace by overruling them. His peace isn't fragile. It doesn't depend on stable governments, calm economies, or predictable futures. It's not tied to headlines, markets, or circumstances. His peace is rooted in his triumph, not our environment. So when the world shakes, his peace doesn't. The world's chaos cannot cancel his peace. When Jesus says he has overcome the world, he's actually saying, your story is not controlled by the world, it's controlled by me. Why does he say that? It's because he has already defeated the forces that try to defeat you. This is the part that hits deepest. Jesus didn't just overcome the idea of the world, he overcame the systems, the spiritual forces, the brokenness, the sin, the fear, and the death that rule the world. He broke the power behind anxiety, despair, hopelessness, shame, spiritual oppression, and fear of the future. He didn't just win a battle, he won every battle that would ever rise against you. If he were here looking at you right now, he'd say, you're not fighting for victory. You're fighting from victory. This is the shift that changes everything. Jesus isn't telling you to try harder or be stronger. He's telling you to stand in what he already accomplished. You're not trying to overcome the world. You're walking with the one who already did. That's why he says, take heart or be encouraged. Not because the world is easy, but because he is greater than the world. He has deprived the world of its power to harm you. His victory is present, active, and covering your life right now.
You can breathe again because I've already handled what you're afraid of. This is the tenderness in his voice. He's not minimizing your pain. He's not telling you to pretend everything is fine. He's saying, I know it's hard. I know it's scary. I know the world feels heavy, but I've already carried what you're carrying, and I've already defeated what you're facing. That's why you can take heart. Not because life is calm, but because he is victorious. So, how do we appropriate his promise and his word in our lives? 1. Anchor your peace in what Jesus has done, not what you feel. Most people wait for peace to arrive. Jesus says, receive it. Practical ways to do this. Start your day by declaring, my peace comes from Jesus, not from my situation. When anxiety rises, pause and say, Jesus, you have overcome this. Replace spiraling thoughts with his finished work. This is training your mind to stand on his victory instead of your emotions. 2. Practice spiritual rethinking. Jesus didn't deny trouble, he reframed it. He said, you will have trouble, but take heart. Christians can do the same. Practical reframing, instead of this is too much, say, this is where his strength shows up. Instead of, I don't know what to do, say, he has already gone ahead of me. Instead of everything is falling apart, say, he is holding what I can't. Reframing is not denial, it's alignment. 3. Stay connected to the vine, John 15. John 16:33 is the conclusion of a whole conversation where Jesus says, remain in me. You can't walk in his peace if you're disconnected from his presence. Practical ways. 10 minutes of scripture before touching your phone. Worship during your commute. Whispering short prayers throughout the day. Ending the night with gratitude instead of worry. Peace grows where connection is strong. 4. Surrender, the illusion of control. A huge part of anxiety comes from trying to manage what only God can handle. To appropriate John 16:33, Christians must practice letting go. Practical steps. Write down what you cannot control and pray over it. Release people, outcomes, and timelines to God. Say out loud, "This is yours, not mine." Letting go is not weakness, it's trust. 5. Fight fear with truth, not feelings. Jesus' peace is not emotional, it's truth-based. Practical ways. Memorize one verse about peace each week. Speak scripture when fear rises. Replace what-if thoughts with even-if faith. Truth is the weapon that activates peace. 6. Surround yourself with faith-filled voices. Jesus spoke John 16:33 in community, not to one person, but to his disciples together. Practical ways. Join a small group. Share your burdens with trusted believers. Ask others to pray with you, not just for you. Limit voices that feed fear, negativity, or hopelessness. Peace grows in the right environment. 7. Act like someone who is already victorious. Jesus didn't say, "Try to overcome." He said, "I have overcome." To appropriate that, Christians must live from victory. Practical steps. Make decisions from faith, not fear. Step into opportunities, even when you feel unqualified. Pray bold prayers. Walk with confidence, not because you're strong, but because He is. Victory is a posture. 8. Keep your eyes on eternity. Jesus' words make sense only when we remember this world is not the end of the story. Practical ways. Reflect on eternity when life feels overwhelming. Remember that suffering is temporary. Let eternal hope reshape present fear. Eternal perspective produces present peace. 9. Practice daily peace moments. Peace is not one big moment. It's a rhythm. Practical ideas. 60-second breathing prayer. Jesus, you have overcome. Step outside and breathe in God's presence. Pause every few hours to reset your heart. Small rhythms create strong peace. 10. Keep returning to Jesus when peace slips. Appropriating John 16:33 is not perfection, it's persistence. When peace fades, you don't fail. You simply return. Practical mindset. Peace is a person, not a feeling. If I lost peace, I can find it again in Him. His victory hasn't changed, so my peace can return. The world is in chaos, conflict, fear, uncertainty, and pressure everywhere you look. But Jesus saw 2026 long before we ever lived it. When He said, "Take heart, I have overcome the world," He wasn't giving comfort. He was giving strategy. He was telling us exactly how to stand firm when everything around us is falling apart.